Recently, I tried to survive 100 days without dying in Minecraft Bedrock Edition on YouTube Shorts. This means that I would post one Minecraft day per regular day until I hopefully reached 100 days. Here is the full compilation of the series, so you'll get to see whether or not I accomplished my goal of surviving 100 days without dying in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Enjoy. This day started off pretty boringly because it's the beginning of a world. I got myself wood and then some stone tools, and then I did something everyone needs to do in their Minecraft world. I boated around on ice. Oh, it was so fun. I loved it so much. And then I found a ruined portal and a village, and then I found some creepers and some iron. The creepers didn't kill me, but guess what almost did? The pillagers. For some reason, there's an outpost right near this village. I could do a raid, but definitely not yet. Also, if I die, yeah, I'm just gonna end the series. It's not in hardcore mode because I'm on Bedrock Edition and it doesn't quite have it yet, but we're gonna play hardcore rules. I got a shield, a water bucket, a pickaxe, and a sword, and then I called it a day. Tune in tomorrow for episode number 2. It's day 2 of 100 days now. Let's get out of this awful village. I kinda wanted to get an ominous bottle, just in case I ever needed it, for a raid or a trial or something. But who could be crazy enough to attack a pillager captain? I've been ambushed! Somebody save me! After getting an ominous bottle, I decided to try to find a plains biome because I just don't like the snowy ones. They're incredibly depressing and I don't need even more of that in my life. Whee! I found some coal, which is good because I want to be able to smelt the iron that I don't have. And then I went around looking for iron. But these caves were much too big, and I was much too scared to go down into them, so instead I found one emerald and decided to call it a night. No, I'm kidding, not yet. First I had to fall into powdered snow like, 35 times. I did find a little bit of iron, which is good, but I was still too scared to go down into the cave, so maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Episode 3 is going to be interesting. Day 3 of 100 days. Yep, I'm still right near the cave. Time to go right down into it and hope I don't die. Some mobs tried to attack me, but I was prepared, and it wasn't a big deal. But for some reason this cave didn't have iron, so I had to fall into powdered snow like 80 times before I was able to find powdered snow on top of iron. But I got iron, and that meant I can make a chest plate, and I can make some pants. And if you guys know me at all, I love pants. The rest of the day was pretty uneventful aside from the fact that I got more wood and I broke my axe, which was awesome, and then I went to sleep. Tomorrow I need to get out of this tundra. It's day 4, which means it's finally time to get out of this awful tundra. Oh my gosh, I see land, real land, no more snow. My bed is purple now, because I like purple. And there's a village, now I can make shop. Now I can set up base. Now I can make emerald. Sadly, the village was abandoned, but that didn't stop me from stealing all of their wheat and all of their hay. And then I left the village and looked for another village where I might be able to set up shop with real actual villagers. I sailed around for a while. I found a ruined portal and an ocean monument, and then I went to sleep on a beach. Sleeping on a beach is kind of scary when you can't swim. But oh well. We all must make sacrifices. It's day 5. I need to find a village to set up a base. I ran into a plains biome, which was cool and all, aside from the fact that it didn't have a village. When I tell you that I traveled hundreds and hundreds of blocks, I mean I traveled that long and found no village in this massive plains biome. I'll make you a deal. If I don't find a village today, I'll build up and I'll do an MLG sleep. Oh looky! A massive cave! I should jump down and explore. A skeleton! I've got to get out of here! Aw, 2 cute horses. Aw, no cute horses. I found a ruined portal, but I'll look into it tomorrow. For now, good night everyone. It's now day 6. Haven't died yet, don't plan to today. I went to the ruined portal, dug around a little bit, and found the chest. It didn't have anything spectacular, but it wasn't awful. And then I went down into a cave very carefully and mined up some lapis, iron, coal, redstone, and copper. I did have a slightly dangerous encounter with a witch in which I got poisoned. Oh, son of a witch. But I did survive, and I smelted up my iron and made full armor. Finally, we are fully decked out in iron. Only took us 6 days. After smelting all of my iron, I realized I didn't even have time to smelt any copper because it was already about to be nighttime. I did find a wandering trader in the cave a bit earlier, but I was merciful and let it live, which is not something you see from me every day. And then I got back up to the surface, placed down my bed, and I went to sleep. Nothing really that interesting happened in day 7, but this is the 1-week anniversary of the series, so that's pretty cool. My main goal for this day was just to find a village because I really need to set up base and get some emeralds and get some diamonds and get some armor and get some villager slaves. I decided to do an MLG that probably would have killed me if I missed, but you know me, I'm the king of MLGs. I just don't miss. Coal mining ASMR. Oh my gosh, yes, I found a village! Finally, I can set up base! I won't be homeless anymore! I decided to set up a few things as a small base on a little hill in the village, but it was raining, so I was scared, so I just went to sleep as soon as I physically could. Today, it's time to make a few emeralds, or at least get some sticks, either or. Armed with my axe, I went out and chopped down a bunch of trees. And when I say a bunch of trees, I mean I got about 2 stacks of logs, which isn't a lot, but it's a lot more than I had, so I'm gonna say it's a lot, and if you disagree, congratulations, you're wrong. After getting a lot of wood, I returned to my base and sorted a few things into chests. I also smelted some copper, but that was a little bit earlier in the day. I set up a couple of fletching tables and realized, wow, I have a lot of sticks. Like, when I say a lot, I mean like almost an entire inventory of sticks. Like, wow, that's a lot of sticks. I also realized it had taken all day and it was already time to sleep. Baby villager, you better be glad I'm not in the mood for violence right now. Well, it's day 9, and you already know what time it is. Time to make bank! Yesterday's work paid off today, and I got a bunch of emeralds. Not only emeralds, but I also got a bow and some arrows. And yes, finally, I took the copper out of the furnace. Should have done that yesterday night, but I didn't. I searched for some caves and found some zombies instead, and then I ate their flesh. You might call it barbaric, I call it delicious. Remember, even if you don't need coal, when you find a giant coal vein, you have to mine up every single piece. It's the law. I found this absolutely gigantic cave. 100 likes and I'll go down into it tomorrow. 1,000 likes and I'll do a water bucket MLG down to the bottom. But that'll never happen. With absolutely nothing to show for this day aside from a few emeralds, I went to sleep. Tomorrow, I'll try to get iron. Somehow. I started day 10 as everyone should start every day. By making money. Remember that cave from yesterday? Yeah, I went down into it. It didn't go so well. I found a mine shaft, which would have been cool if there was anything interesting in it. It did have a chest, but the most important thing I got from the entire mine shaft wasn't actually in the mine shaft itself, it was just some iron. And then I decided to go back home because I just didn't feel like dying on day 10. It's only day 10, I've still got 90 days to go. Yeah, I might need diamonds one day, but not on day 10. On day 10, I just want to go to sleep. Baby villager, get out of my bed! Thank you. Thank you. Good night. When day 11 dawned, I wasn't really sure what to do, so I decided to do absolutely nothing. No, I'm kidding. I got some iron out of my furnaces and I realized the iron golem was gone. The village had no golem, so I found the golem. But I couldn't make it chase me, so I hit it, and then it chased me. I knew if I could get out of render distance, it wouldn't be angry anymore, so that's what I did. And then I came back. Yo, Iron Golem, we're chill now. Man, you look so happy. Wow. Yeah, overall day 11 was pretty boring. Personally, I would love to hear a few challenges from you guys in the comments below, so I know what to do on day 12, 13, 14, etc., etc. Until then, we've just got tree mining. which is fun, I guess. I got 2 stacks of logs. And then I went to sleep, because that's what you do at the end of the day. It's now day 12. I had to turn graphics down because it was lagging. Yeah, my PC is garbage. Let's go to the cave again. I traded with Fletcher's to get even more emeralds because you already know I am a greedy little miser. And then I went to the cave. It looked very weird with low graphics. Can somebody please tell me what has happened to this skeleton? Why is it looking down? Why is it not shooting at me? What is happening? Oh my gosh. Okay, no. I am turning some graphics up. I cannot stand this. That is so much better. It looks so much better. Oh my gosh, I could kiss it. At this point, I already knew I was not going to get back up to the surface in time to sleep, so I did what any smart person would do, and I gathered up string to make wool, and then I went to sleep. Inside of a mine shaft. We're going to do more caving tomorrow. Day 13. It's time to find some diamonds. Now you may be asking yourself, how are you going to find diamonds if you're too afraid to go down to caves? The answer is, I am going to be brave for the first time since I was potty trained. Wait. Yeah, this day mostly consisted of fighting off monsters from afar because I have a bow and wondering where in the world deep-slate is. And then when I eventually found deep-slate, wondering how to get out of it. I found a lot of gold today though. Like a lot of gold. And I was worried that I would look back and a creeper would just spawn on my head. But I did find a lot of gold, and that's going to be useful when I go to the Nether. But I don't plan on going there till I have Prot 4 diamond armor, so it could be a while. After killing some slimes, I dug into the wall and went to sleep. It's diamond time tomorrow. It's day 14 now, which means it's finally time to get my first diamonds. I love diamonds. Sadly, however, those were the only 2 diamonds I could find, so I had to go deeper. No, not into the Nether, I just mean deeper into the cave. You actually think I'm going to the Nether anytime the next 100 days? Ha! I mined up a ton of redstone for some reason. I genuinely have no idea why. And then I made a staircase all the way down to bedrock level and decided it was time for a little bit of dive mining. It's diamonds time, baby! Shortly after that, I realized it was nighttime because it had been 10 minutes since I started recording. So I went to sleep. Isn't that convenient? We'll get diamonds tomorrow, don't worry. I'm gonna dive mine all day, and I better find some diamonds. Please, Mojang, please. So that's what I did. I just did dive mining all day. And you might be asking me, how many diamonds did you find on your expeditions? While you were dive mining, how many diamonds did you find? The answer is a grand total of 0. Literally, I could not find a single diamond. I don't know why. Other ores weren't that big of a problem, but even then, I wasn't finding them a lot. I couldn't find anything. When I went to sleep that night, I was devastated. Devastated, I tell you. I had 2 things in mind when I woke up that morning. Get diamonds, and get back up to the surface. So first I had to dive mine for a very, very long time. But I actually managed to find diamonds. It wasn't a ton. I ended up having to leave with only 8 diamonds. But that is diamonds. I don't care how many it is. Okay, I definitely care. Don't take that seriously. All I wanted was diamonds, and I got them. Will I need more in the future? Yes. Do I need more right now? Also, yes. Am I even happy? But when I got back, I fell asleep in my bed, and that was pretty cool, especially because I didn't get blown up by a creeper. So that was awesome. Day 17 was pretty uneventful. I mean, I do have a cold now, which is awesome, and I killed a witch and got poisoned. So not only am I sick in real life, but I'm also sick in Minecraft. Awesome! I love it! Aside from that, I just smelted some ores, iron and gold, and I hit an iron golem. Probably wasn't a great idea, but I did anyway. I tried to breed villagers, but didn't go so well. My village is kind of dying out. I might have to find a new one. Yeah, it's kind of mean, but I might just abandon them. It's not like they're helping me very much anyway, aside from the Fletchers. Villager, if you don't get out of my bed, I am going to commit war crimes upon your corpse. On day 18, I woke up and decided to help a little bit with the overpopulation in the pig society. Yeah, it went pretty well. I'm glad I can eat them. After that, I went right down into the caves. Again, I really would love to get full diamond armor before I start going to the Nether. You already know I'm gonna die once I go to the Nether. But if I have good armor, maybe I can live. Maybe. Probably not. I got some ores like iron and gold, and I found one singular diamond. I'll just have to look for more tomorrow. I ended up going to sleep inside of a wall because that is where I usually am. Inside of your walls. You ever hear those random noises at night? Yeah, that's me. Can you give me some pizza? I'm kind of hungry. Night night. Well, it's day 19, and that means I'm gonna go mining again. Let's get some diamonds! I went dive mining for some diamonds, and I actually found some. Yeah, we were successful for one of the first times in this entire series. We're on day 19, and we haven't found a lot of diamonds. We should have full diamond by now. In fact, a good player would have already beaten the game. Actually, on that topic, can you guys tell me what I should be doing? I would love to have some new challenges or new suggestions or just anything other than opening up Minecraft and just playing a day. I want to make it interesting. I want to make it interesting for you guys. So tell me what you want me to do, as long as it's not going to immediately get me killed. That would be awesome. After getting 13 diamonds and some other ores, I went right back to my apartment, which is still wall-less. Good night. Somehow, we are already on day 20. I don't know how. Let's just appreciate it. I didn't really get all that much done this day. I pretty much just sorted a few items, smelted a few ores, and went out to get some coal. Now, the weird thing that happened on day 20 is that, for some reason, my screen recorder stopped recording halfway through the day, so I can't even show you me going to sleep. Tomorrow, you're just gonna see me there, near my bed, and you're gonna wonder, how did this guy get back home? I mean, it was 200 blocks, so it's not that mysterious. I'm just saying it's really weird. Maybe tomorrow it won't crash. That would be great. Day 21's arrival was much anticipated. Mostly because I had to remove this stupid tower that I had made to do an MLG that ended up not being in the final cut of day 20 anyway because the screen recorder malfunctioned. Aside from that, the day was rather uneventful. I just went out into the wild and found some sand because I'm going to smelt it up into glass and trade it for emeralds. I like money. Do you like money? If you like money, make sure to subscribe. Yeah, I'm totally not begging. When I got back home, I noticed that a villager's house was on fire, which was totally not my fault. I definitely did not set a fire right underneath a pig that was near this villager's house and forget to put it out earlier in the day. That did not happen. Actually, looking back at the footage, it didn't happen. I put out the fire. How did this start? Overall, a pretty successful day. I started off day 22 in the best way possible. With money! I also realized that I never made a stone cutter, which meant I couldn't even trade the clay. So I quickly made myself a stone cutter, and then I traded off the clay for more money. And then I realized, my base has been on this little hill in the village for too long. And I am not protected. So I'm going to make myself a little itty-bitty house. I used deep-slate bricks and stairs, and then I made myself a little bit of a roof and a door. The door is mostly functioning, and the roof is made out of glass so that I can see outside. You should always be able to see outside. You never know where the monsters might spawn. After that, I went to bed. It was actually a pretty peaceful day. Yeah, so I have not been feeling good today. Woke up with a fever. If I was not on fever reducers right now, I would not be able to make this short. So let's go. I turned down the graphics a little because it was lagging. Yes, my PC is literally bad enough to lag in Bedrock Edition, which is just insane to me, but I'm also broke, so it's not all that surprising. I did a little bit of remodeling, and then I went out to look for something. I actually don't even remember what I was looking for. You can call it dementia, I'll call it brain fog from the COVID. instead I just went to bed kind of early because it was thunderstorming and nobody likes being out in the rain, in Minecraft or in real life. Feeling much better today, so let's get some stuff done. We're gonna need sugarcane because I want to sell all of my glass panes. The cartographers will never see it coming. Plus, I could do a tricky trial that way. I went on an adventure to try to find sugarcane and I found absolutely none of it. But I found a ton of clay, and clay equals money. I love money! After making a few stone cutters and looking around for sugarcane a little bit more, I realized it was already growing late, so I had to go back home. You would think sugarcane would be a little bit more abundant on a river, but it's not, because that is how Minecraft works. I also found this giant cave, and I definitely want to go down into that tomorrow. And I also realized that I need to make a monument to Luke the Notable, so I could do that one of these days, after I get the sugarcane. It was late, so I went to bed. I don't know how we're on day 25 already, but here we are, so let's get some sugarcane finally. You already know I had to start off the day with a little bit of money because I love money, I worship money. You already know I found that sugarcane. I was not gonna go another day without sugarcane. That sugarcane is gonna be real good for me. Gonna give me diabetes. When I returned back to the village, I made a sugarcane farm. It's not a sugarcane farm, just pretend that it is. I also bought some bread to help the economy and breed villagers. Who wouldn't want to breed villagers? Does that sound weird? I feel like that sounds weird. Every Java player that does not like Bedrock Edition is just jealous that we can bone meal sugarcane and they can't. Hey Java players, try this. Oh wait, you can't! Yeah, the rest of the footage is lost. I don't know why. My freaking screen recorder! One way or another, I'm gonna have to get to the Nether, but I don't want to do that till I have full diamond, and I don't want to do that until I have diamonds left over. So that means we're going mining again. Let's go! I quickly realized that I had absolutely no sticks for torches, so I got way too many sticks and way too many torches, because that is how you play Minecraft. I did an unnecessary MLG, but you already know I'm not going to fail it, and I found some iron, gold, and would you believe it, a little bit later in the day, I found a couple of diamonds, and that was without having to do any dive mining. Yeah, I almost died to lava, but who cares about that? We got diamonds. Aside from that, I just kind of realized, you know, zombies probably not happy with me for eating their family that one time. But let's be honest, we've all done it at least once. After that, yeah, I just went to bed. No, this day was not in chronological order. Don't worry about it. I started off the day in the best way possible, by nearly setting myself on fire in lava. After that, I just did dive mining for about 10 minutes, and then I went up to the cave. I could not find any diamonds while dive mining, but in the cave, I was actually able to find some. And yes, I did smelt up some iron and gold, but that took place before I found those diamonds. Just pretend it is all in chronological order of the day. I had a very dangerous encounter with a witch in which I got poisoned by the witch. Stupid freaking witch. But I lived to tell the tale, and then I just mined right out of the cave. Yes, I did happen to almost drown. Wow, this day was dangerous. I almost died like 4 times to water and witches. That sounds like a book. By the time I made my way back up to the surface, it was already the day of day 28. So we'll worry about that tomorrow. But not today. This was 27. Day 28. You know what? I'm feeling confident today. Or at least I was, until it started raining. And then I decided that I didn't really want to do anything. So I didn't do much of anything. Yeah, sometimes we all just need a day to relax before a big day ahead of us. And I'm not trying to say that day 29 is going to be a huge day for this series. What I'm trying to say is, sometimes you just got to take a break. Wow, that's got to be the most wholesome I've ever been in my entire life. Never expect that from me ever again. Tomorrow we are going to get more done. How much more? Probably very little. Day 29 was a day of getting food and some villager breeding. Because I love watching villagers breed. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not like them, okay? I'm not like them. Villagers breeding means baby villagers, and baby villagers means I can eventually actually get a cartographer, and a cartographer means I can do tricky trials, or, well, not so tricky trials. Ominous trials, definitely. It means I can get the mace. It means that I can do something other than just mining ores, killing sheep, killing cows, killing pigs, and breeding villagers. Day 30 was interesting, I guess. I started off the day by noticing, it's raining. Well, that's annoying. And since monsters spawn in the rain, I rang the bell so that all the villagers would go into their houses because I cannot afford to lose my darling villagers. After that, I made some beds for my villagers so that they could, have beds. I'm not a monster. Just the villain, okay? It's not the same thing. After that, I mined up a ton of cobblestone because I'm going to smelt it into stone and make a monument for Luke the Notable because he inspired me to do 100 days in Minecraft Shorts. YouTube Shorts? Whatever you want to call it, okay? After that, I put it all into furnaces and I went to bed. It wasn't that eventful. Maybe day 31 will be. Day 31 started off with me watching villagers breed. Yes, breed some more villagers. I want to watch you as the hearts float into the sky, as the baby villagers spawn. Breed some more! The promise I made to everyone yesterday was that I was going to build my monument to Luke the Notable, so I got started on that today. With stone. Yes, it's going to be a pretty big monument. Pretty basic though. Luke the Notable, if you ever watch these, just know that you inspired me to do this, and I make this monument in your honor. I wish you had survived to day 100. I will do my best to carry on your legacy. Although I couldn't finish the statue, I was making a lot of progress. The problem was I worked a little bit into the night, which meant I had to deal with mobs. That was bad. That was very bad. I almost died. The creepers were insane. After I'd finally gotten rid of them, I just went to bed. Because that's what you do after a long day. In day 32, I worked on two main things. One, getting food. Yeah, I seem to have some beef with cows. Get it? Beef, cows, right? That's funny. Please, somebody laugh. And I also worked on my Luke the Notable monument. Earlier in the day, I nearly died to creepers, which is amazing, because nearly dying means I did not die. We'll save that for tomorrow. After I worked on the Luke the Notable monument for a long time, it was really starting to look good. I tried to go to sleep, but I had to kill some zombies first, because they like annoying me, and I hate their guts. Tomorrow, I will finish the monument. I promise. Believe me this time, okay? Yeah, day 33 was also pretty uneventful. I started the day by watching an iron golem try to beat up this unarmed man. It was pretty weird. I'm not going to watch that any further. After that, I tried to breed some villagers, and I'm sure they'll get to it on their own time. And then I tried to finish my Luke the Notable monument, but sadly, I realized the proportions were a little bit off, so I tried to change it, but that change ended up taking all day, and that turned into nighttime, so yep, we're just gonna have to finish it tomorrow. As promised, today, I finally finished the monument to Luke the Notable. Yeah, I know it's a little bit boxy, and the proportions aren't quite perfect, and I know there's no face, but I can add a face later. Now, I can look up and gaze upon Luke the Notable, the one who inspired me to make this series. Thank you. Thank you very much. Also, I have a cartographer now because I guess the baby villager grew up, so that means, and you know it, I'm gonna waste a bunch of emeralds leveling him up. After I did that, I was able to get a trial map. I can now find the trial chambers, and you already know I have to avenge Luke the Notable because he died there, so I will not. Vengeance. I am coming for you, trial chambers. Tomorrow. On day 35, I grabbed some diamonds, bought some arrows, and ventured out into the great unknown to defeat an entire trial chamber. Oh, and I brought my ominous bottle as well. If you watched since day 1, you know how I got it. If you haven't, just accept that I have it. Okay? I found the trial chambers without that much difficulty, and then it was just time to defeat the trials. And they weren't very hard. Now, these aren't ominous yet. I kind of want to beat the chambers before I do an ominous trial. Maybe get a little bit more loot. I do have my diamonds, so I could make armor, but I just don't feel like doing that yet. And then I went to sleep. You already know we're going to be doing more trials tomorrow. But will we be doing errors? Trial and error. Nah, not me. Yeah, so we're still in the trial chambers, but there's some potions of healing in here, and I love potions of healing. That's definitely going to come in handy when I ultimately make a very bad choice and nearly die. And what do you know it? It happened. I made a very bad choice, and I nearly died. These aren't even ominous yet. But I'm still having a little bit of trouble. That, by the way, is why I am not doing ominous trials until I am sure that I'm ready. Probably a breeze trial to start. Those are pretty easy. I mean, it's just breezes. Now, this entire day was taken up by fighting off mobs, and that was basically it. I'll probably do some ominous trials tomorrow. Maybe, if I could find the little breeze room. If I can't, I guess it's just more of the same. On day 37, I was right back to defeating trials. This time, however, I started losing my armor. Yeah. It's embarrassing, but my armor started breaking, and I had to make diamond armor, but look at me. I am decked out in diamonds. I look so good in this diamond armor. After that, I just went and did more trials, but I actually almost died, because apparently, bogs are a little bit more dangerous than I originally anticipated. Still, I managed to survive. Tomorrow, I plan on doing an ominous trial. And which one? The breeze trial, of course, because it's just so much easier than the other ones. Literally, it's just like a few more breezes. I went to sleep in preparation of tomorrow. I drank my ominous bottle and immediately began the trials. Now, admittedly, these trials are a lot harder. Not the breeze trial, that's still easy. Although I got baked potatoes as a reward. Yeah. Anyway, I ended up doing a lot of ominous trials, and I nearly died, like 5 different times, and I mean very close to death, to the point where my brain had already started formulating how I was going to tell people that, yeah, I died. It was sad. But I didn't die because, you know, I'm just better than that. I'm built different. I did lose my water and nearly my powdered snow, but at the end, I was able to open 2 ominous vaults. The first one gave me an enchanted golden apple, which is amazing. But it's not what I wanted. And then the second vault was the chosen one. I got the heavy core and crafted the mace. Day 38, and I've already got the mace. After that, I celebrated by going to sleep. How else would you celebrate? Although I got the mace yesterday, I didn't really get the chance to use it today. I did some more ominous trials, but these ominous trials were extremely easy. Not only that, they gave me no good loot, just some boring food. Did not need it at all. And at the end of the day, I was just like, why don't they give me more trial keys? Sorry. I didn't mean to get worked up there. By worked up, I mean digging up. And by digging up, I mean I'm getting out of this trial chamber because I have the mace and that's good enough for me. I found a small cave and I went to sleep. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get home. Then maybe I'll get like protection or something. I don't know. Protection's important. On day 40, I just focused on getting back home, which meant getting all the way up from the cave, mining up coal, because if you find coal, you must get coal. This is the law. And then testing out the mace on on willing participants. I think that's what the script says. Anyways, these wandering trader llamas stood no chance against the most powerful weapon in Minecraft. Wandering Trader didn't either, but that's an entirely different story. I could not find my way back home, but I will tomorrow. I'm sure of it. Instead, I had to sleep out in the open, exposed. Day 41 was pretty uneventful. So I totally forgot where exactly I live. I don't know where my village is, and that's kind of annoying because it means I have to run around for a long time before ultimately not even finding my village, but an entirely different village that I didn't even know existed. And like a good Minecrafter, I decided once I got to this village, I would steal all their wheat. Yeah, just steal all their wheat. I also found a ruined portal, and I got a block of gold, and golden apples. That's cool. Still don't know where home is. I'll just have to look at some footage. Yeah. Probably should have done that before today, but it's fine. I'll get home tomorrow. Well, I think it's finally time to get back home. That trial chamber adventure was very interesting. Getting the mace was very good, but going home will be even better. Yes, I finally looked up the coordinates of where my home is, and yeah, this time I actually got there. Now, it was a little bit of a journey, but I was so glad to see the Luke the Notable statue, even if he does have something on his rear. I fixed it though. Luke the Notable, your monument, it's perfect now. After putting away some of the loot I got in the trial chambers, I just went to sleep. Tomorrow, perhaps I'll do a little bit more. Tonight, I was just too tired. I started off the day in the way that every day should be started that I haven't started off in a long time. Money! Money! Beautiful money! After that, I wasn't really sure what to do. Eventually, I'm gonna need to get books so I can enchant my armor and my tools. Oh, speaking of tools, I did make a diamond pickaxe, which means I'll be able to mine up obsidian. Yeah, I probably should have done that sooner because I do need to go to the Nether. Getting Eyes of Ender is going to be very important if I actually want to beat the game. But then again, it's only day 43 and I need more food, and maybe I need more diamonds, maybe I need to enchant. Why do I need to go to the Nether today? I'm definitely not procrastinating at all. Good night. Since I'm finally home on day 44, I decided to take matters into my own hands and go get obsidian, which meant jumping down to a cave. It was okay. I didn't die. All right, I didn't die. I could have died, but I'm too good for that. I also got a ton of ores. Earlier in the day, I watched a bunch of villagers breeding, and I was just thinking about it all day. I don't know why. It was just stuck in my head for the entire cycle of day and night. Oh yeah, I found diamonds. That was pretty cool. And then I got lost. Because when in this series have I not gotten lost? So obsidian, ores, getting lost, villager breeding. I think that's a pretty successful day. By the time I got home, I just wanted to sleep. So I did. You see, that's what a free country is all about. Oh wait, this is Minecraft. Sorry. Today I decided to finally do what I've been putting off for a long time. Yep, I went to the Nether. After sorting through my items, I made a couple of golden apples, grabbed my enchanted golden apple, and went to the Nether. In the Nether, I got a pretty decent spawn. After a slight miscalculation with a gas that only cost me a few hearts, I traded with piglins and got myself fire res and pearls. Overall, it was pretty successful. Then I went back home, and let's be honest, I think that was a pretty good Nether adventure. Tomorrow, maybe I'll head back and search for a fortress. We are only on day 45, so I don't need to worry about it that much. But I did kind of waste all my gold, which was not optimal, especially because I didn't get all the pearls I needed. But hey, we could always get more. Day 46. I am sick. Again. Now, I could tell you about what happened today, but honestly, all I did was just go around getting food because I just didn't feel well enough to do anything else. I have so much pain in my swollen tonsils right now that I just couldn't do anything. Expect tomorrow to be pretty similar to today. I could barely make these, but, you know, still gotta keep up the upload streak. After getting a ton of food, I just went to bed. Day 47, I just decided I was gonna go mining because it's an easy thing to do. I am still sick, and it hurts so bad when I swallow. I could barely swallow at all. My tonsils are inflamed. I'm in a ton of pain, but I still wanted to go and do a bit of mining just to make sure we still get the upload streak. Upload streak is unbreakable. You should know that by now. I just don't stop. I don't quit, even when I feel as bad as I do right now. I got into a couple sticky situations, but for the most part, I was safe because there was no way I was gonna die just because I felt sick. Now, I ended up going to bed inside of the cave, so tomorrow we're going to have to get back up to the surface. But for today, I just wanted to continue the streak, and hopefully I am feeling better tomorrow. I started off the day in the second best way possible, behind money. Diamonds! Yeah, I might be a little bit greedy. Okay, whatever. My entire goal was just to get back up to the surface, and it wasn't all that hard. I did find a few ores and a little bit more diamonds. I love diamonds. And then I just dug my way all the way up to the surface. I mean, this day was pretty relaxing, which I need because I'm just recovering from a sickness right now. And I think diamonds and a relaxing day is the perfect way to make that happen. Beautiful. Amazing. I went to bed right after putting up my gold to smelt. I think it's almost time to go back to the Nether, maybe look for a fortress and get some blaze rods. Day 49 didn't go so well. Let me explain. I decided I wanted to go to the Nether, which is good and all, but the first thing I did in the Nether was fall into lava, and the only thing on my hotbar that could save me was an enchanted golden apple, so I ate my enchanted golden apple, my only enchanted golden apple. And yeah, that's a big waste. Then I ran around looking for a fortress, and I could not find a single fortress. No hint of a fortress. Fortresses don't exist. I found a bastion though. Wasn't really sure what to do with it, but I found it. And I killed a few piglins, including some brutes. But what's the point? I lost my enchanted golden apple, and I got home, and I had no blaze rods. Tomorrow, hopefully, will be better. Well, you'd think that day 50 couldn't possibly be worse than day 49, right? Right? I went into the Nether, and guess what? I couldn't find anything. And every time I tried, I nearly died, wasted all my resources, and realized I shouldn't even be there. No fortress, no money, no life, no golden apples, no resources, nothing. Nothing but the barren wasteland of Netherrack and despair. Alright, that's a little bit depressing. I'll tell you, the only good thing that happened is that I realized sometimes I don't need to panic when I fall in lava. I did panic, but I just realized I don't need to. I went to sleep very upset that day. But hey, we're halfway through. I'm happy to say, today was a much more successful day than the days that came before. This time when I went to the Nether, I actually didn't lose stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. I know, I didn't die those times, but like, I used up resources I did not need to use up. This time, I went in a different direction, and although I did get into a few sticky situations with gas, it didn't matter because I found a bastion and robbed and took all of their gold. Sorry YouTube, it won't happen again. After doing that, I traded with piglins, and trading with piglins actually took such a long time that day 51 transferred into day 52, so I had to stop the recording. Overall, I think it was a pretty good day. I'm excited to see tomorrow what we got from the piglin trades. We pick up right where we left off in day 52, and that's by gathering up all the piglin trades. Now I had to go through all of the trades a lot because wow did I trade a lot of gold yesterday. But hey, the piglins gave me a ton of good stuff like pearls and fire res and arrows and fire res. Yeah, the rest of the day was kind of uneventful, but sadly I actually can't show it because the footage cut off. I apologize, there's nothing I can do about that. But tomorrow you'll get to see that I am still in the Nether and I am pretty close to my portal, sadly no fortress. You know that saying about better safe than sorry? Well, I don't apparently because I like to travel around the Nether while my armor is breaking and not knowing if there is a fortress nearby. So yeah, that happened. Now, I almost died like 15 different times in the Nether today, and yeah, I'm kind of lucky to be alive, but the most annoying part is I still have not found a fortress. I think I am probably close to finding a fortress. I have no proof of this. I also broke my golden helmet, which means piglins. Yeah, me and them not on speaking terms right now, and if we are on speaking terms, I'm probably also on dying terms. Which, wow, that would not be a good thing. We're already on day 53. Can't die now. I think tomorrow we're going to find a fortress. Will I live? I'm not sure. I do have diamond armor, but I'm worried it's going to break. So I guess you'll have to see. Remember yesterday when I told you I could smell a fortress nearby? Well, I was right, there was a fortress nearby. And honestly, it went very well. I expected something to go wrong, maybe a bit of my armor to break. Nope, didn't even happen. I literally just went in, had no trouble, aside from a little bit with skeletons, and the blazes were super easy. I ended up getting 10 blaze rods. That's going to be more than enough for this entire playthrough, and I'm actually feeling kind of confident at this point. I mean, yeah, it is still going to be hard to get to the stronghold and defeat the dragon if I can get out of the Nether safely tomorrow, but this was going to be the hardest part, and we've already done it. Thankfully, I had all of these fire res potions, and my armor didn't even break. I even mined up some gold and made gold boots, so hopefully getting out of the Nether won't be that hard, and I still got some fire res. Tomorrow is going to be a day of celebration. If you thought that day 55 was going to be a breath of fresh air, you've got another think coming. This was not fresh air, this was radiation from a nuclear bomb. I nearly died so many times, and I had to use all of my fire res just to survive. Yeah, it was that difficult. The Nether is a terrible place, and I hope I don't have to go there again until I have full prot 4 armor, because before that, I just don't think it's worth it. Luckily, I do have enough blaze rods and ender pearls, but I did have to use one of my ender pearls just to get home, which was not optimal, but I did it anyway because, you know, not dying, pretty important. By the time I made it back to my portal, I was basically praying, which is really weird for me, and I went to sleep in my bed. Day 56, I was finally back home, which meant it was time to repair my armor. And yeah, it actually takes a lot fewer diamonds to repair your diamond armor than it does to craft new diamond armor. Just for anybody who is wondering, yes, you should absolutely do this. Now, it does cost a lot of iron to make the anvil, but who cares? Diamond armor. After that, I went around looking at my villagers because I just love looking at villagers because I'm a bit weird. What I really meant to say is I was trying to get mending, and after only 2 tries, or was it 3? I don't remember, I got mending. I was only able to get 3 books of mending today, but that's good enough. I'll get another one tomorrow. I went to sleep very happy because I had mending. Alright, time to get the rest of that mending. Not only mending, but I also wanted to get other books today, because mending is great. I love mending, but I also need unbreaking, I also need fortune, I also need sharpness 5, I need so many books. I need protection. How am I going to live without protection? How would I have been born with protection? Low-key, I want to go back to those trial chambers and see if I can find anything else. I think I only opened like 2 vaults and I just left as soon as I got the mace, but I could have found a ton of better things, so I think I might just go back there tomorrow. I have rods, I have pearls. Really, I don't need anything else aside from better armor and then to track down the stronghold, so I think tomorrow I'm going to try to find that trial chambers again. So today I just set out to find the trial chambers, and yeah, it wasn't that hard either. I just dug straight down once I reached the spot, and I knew the spot because I just looked at one of my previous videos and found the coordinates. It was pretty easy. When I got inside the trial chambers, I realized I did not bring my ominous bottle. I also did not bring a golden apple. Both are not good. They're bad. That's bad. But it's okay because I didn't die because I know how to box myself in. Yeah, I defeated a few trials. Yeah, I also don't know where a vault is that I haven't opened. That's fine. Tomorrow, we'll figure it out. You know what? I'll just be honest with you. Day 59 was pretty uneventful. All I really did today was just defeat trials and try to find more rooms inside of the trial chambers because I've opened basically every single vault, and that doesn't bode well for me because I need to find new vaults I haven't opened. Which actually I managed to do after defeating a few more trials. I opened the vault and I got an ominous bottle, which was really cool because that means tomorrow I'll do some ominous trials. It was a bit late when I got the bottle, and that's why I decided, yeah, I'll have to wait for tomorrow to do that, but it's okay. Who knows? If we're lucky, we could get another notch apple, or another heavy core. There's really not that much to say. You can see on screen what happened in day 60. Here's what I will tell you. I was having a lot of trouble with my screen recorder, which meant that I don't have any footage from the day aside from this part right here. Literally none of it. I got killed by a baby zombie when I was blocking myself in. I was pretty sure I was fully blocked in. As you can see on screen, I've got the cobblestone all around me, but for some reason it did not work. So this is the end of our world.